Hello again, everyone, and thanks for joining us for our weekly Watch Party Wednesday. I'm Lee Gordon, coming to you live from Chicago, home of Brunswick, where we are thrilled to welcome our incredible Freedom Boat Club owners and members from all over the world. And tonight, we are pleased to present the proud owner of the Freedom Boat Club of South Florida, Dan Lund, who will be hosting an exclusive club spotlight of his South Florida clubs, along with a behind-the-scenes look at the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. Dan, good to see you again. It's been almost a year, but it is good to see you in person, you know?
It has, and great to see you too. I mean, this is, and thanks for having me today. We're very excited about the show coming up, and love to share it with my fellow franchisees and members and everybody else. So.
No, we're looking forward to it as well. This is the first Lauderdale show that I haven't been to in years, and you don't want to see the outside because it is snowing and it is nasty outside, but I'm looking forward to what you guys have to offer. And when we get on the other side of all this and we can travel again, we're going on a trip somewhere.
Great. Look forward to having you down here. That'd be great.
So let's start with a little icebreaker. And I know South Florida is known for its music, but as you know, Freedom Social Club recently launched a whole new series of our Taste of Freedom tunes on Spotify. So what's your number one song when you get out on the water?
You know, I converted to being a country music fan when I was in Iraq. We had some great country music over there and some great bands that came to visit us. So Sweet Home Alabama, if I'm out on the water. And short of that, if that's not available, then of course, Little Big Town's Pontoon, because that's one of our members' favorite boats. So that's what we do.
So you're not a Crimson Tide fan. You just like the song.
Yeah, just like the song. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I mean,
fair enough. You can be. They're really good. So I would totally understand, right?
I think they're number 2, right?
They are. Yeah.
Still taking the top spot, I think, this week, but we'll see.
So, Dan, you come to Freedom, obviously, with years of experience as an industry leader across real estate, military operations, as you talked about. So it's no surprise now that you're part of the world's leading boat club. Tell us what inspired you to become a Freedom Boat Club owner.
Well, you know, actually, this happened at a dinner party some of our friends had, and I was hearing bad things about Freedom Boat Club locally in the West Palm area. And I knew my nephew worked for the company. I didn't quite know what he did, but I called him the next day and I said, "Hey, John, you got a big problem here." That'd be John Giglio. And he said, "Well, we don't, because they're no longer a franchise." And this was September, and I guess by June they had ended their franchise. And I said, "Well, how'd you like working with your uncle?" And he goes, "I love it." So I had just retired out of the Marine Corps. We had moved down to Florida, so I was kind of looking for the next thing to do. So, you know, having been a Marine for 30 years, it's like, okay, I'm on the best fighting force in the world, so let me go to the best boat club in the world. And we went through the details, and it was like, okay, this makes all the sense in the world. 6.5 years ago, we started one location, 4 boats, and no members. Now we have hundreds of members, 8 locations, and we've just gotten to our 100th boat. So yeah, it's been a great run, and we're looking forward to continue.
Oh, that's great. You know, there's obviously an ever-growing collection of Freedom Boat Club destinations around South Florida, because it is one of the premier places to boat, obviously, in the world. What's your favorite local hidden gems out there?
You know, the favorite ones locally are, excuse me for a second, I had to turn off my phone, I didn't realize it was there. You know, a couple of great things, and I really know the waters around Jupiter and, you know, through West Palm area, and the Jupiter Lighthouse is just a gem. And to be boating around there, and you can pull up on the sandbars and, you know, enjoy a great time there. And then the second is snorkeling, right down by the Blue Heron Bridge. And some have told me it's the 7th best place to snorkel in the world. So at high tide, it's just absolutely magnificent. And myself and 2 of my sons are Eagle Scouts, and I was down there snorkeling one day, and there was actually an Eagle Scout project that they created a reef down there for the fish to swim around. So, I mean, it's just, you just love to see that local thing happening, as well as, you know, just some world-class programs that are in the neighborhood. So those are my 2 favorite.
No, that's great. And you know, Dan, of course, Freedom is the number 1 social club for boaters around the world. And as you just mentioned, there's so much to see and do around South Florida. But as we get on the other side of things, you know, the social activities, maybe not as much in Florida. There's a lot more social activities going on right now. But when we get on the other side of COVID, what are some of the social activities you're really looking forward to getting back to doing with your members?
You know, there are about 4 things that we're really missing right now. One is we're very involved with a Wounded Warrior program locally called Renewal Coalition. And that's where wounded warriors and their families come down for a long weekend, and we have been very involved for the last 6 years in taking them out on a boat and just relaxing, right, just having a good time. So that's been obviously quelled here in the last several months. So that's one. And the other is Big Brothers and Sisters. Since 2 months after we opened, the first Saturday of every month, we've always put a boat out for Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and the littles and the bigs come, and they just have a great time out there fishing, and then they'll have their lunch on the houseboat and do a great time. The other one is Women Making Waves. Two of our captains, Captain Laurie and Captain Lauren, got it going this past year, and it was hugely successful. I mean, we started with one boat and 4 women going on this, and then we had to increase it to 3 boats a month with a maximum of 6 on each boat each time. There were still people on the waiting list. So that was a huge, very successful program that obviously we had to stop back in March. And then finally, just for the overall members, our monthly Docktails parties. So as we kind of rotate around our locations, we just have them, they come down and they enjoy we put out some food, they bring their favorite adult beverage, and we just have fun interacting with all of our members. So we're kind of looking forward to all of that stuff getting back here soon. So and that hasn't quite happened in Florida yet, despite the various other openings.
Right, it's coming soon though. So Freedom Boat Club now has 244 members, or 44 locations. We keep growing. It seems like every week. So what are some of the best times to visit South Florida? I know it's 365 days a year. I know South Florida is the greatest weather. I've lived down there. It's a great place. But if a member is coming down there or using the reciprocity, what are some of the great things they can find on the water?
Well, obviously right now is particularly if in places like you are where it's snowing outside.
Thank you.
It's the perfect time to come down here. This is the great time of year to be cruising and moving around. Coastal does get a little rough offshore, so that you got to be ready to do that if you're going offshore fishing. Then of course summertime, if you're a fisherman, that's the best time to be here because it's flat and it's beautiful and you just have all those things. September is probably the only month I really wouldn't want to be down here because it's so hot, and you also get the chance of hurricanes coming in. But other than that, it is, as you mentioned, pretty much year round. But now's some of the great time. So,
Lauderdale is this week, and it's obviously a show that we always look forward to every year. It's obviously going to be very different this year. A lot of people can't come. A lot of people don't want to come. I know there's a lot of safety measures being put into place, but what are you expecting this year from Fort Lauderdale, knowing that they're going to do everything they can to prevent the spread, do everything they can to keep everybody safe? But how different are you thinking it's going to be this year?
Well, I think it's going to be very different. I think we're going to see a much lighter show, if you will. As much as the plus side here is, I think, particularly people in Florida, but I think where everyone's looking for a place to get out. I think I was just reading something in the Wall Street Journal today about, pandemic fatigue. It's just more lockdowns and things. Things are coming along. That it's going to be a way to have an opportunity to do this. I will keep my social distance. Certainly, all of our folks, going to be masked up. And one of the things we did this year, and I credit Dustin Tidwell and Jim Reed at Sales Optima for helping us out on this, is we have QRC codes everywhere. So what we're doing is this is truly going to be a no-touch kind of event. You can we'll have cards, we've got a big pull-up banner. So whatever club you're interested in South Florida, including Miami, Fort Lauderdale, all the way up to Fort Pierce. So even some that aren't ours necessarily from my franchise side, but that are all in the region, you can just go click it at a distance, talk to our sales folks or me, whoever's down there, and really get an idea on how this is all going to go. So we're trying to do that. I think our big sales point this year is, hey, if you really want to be on the water, this is it. This is the time to do it because, as the boat manufacturers have, even with some of our orders, are out months. So if you're going to try to get a new boat, hey, you can get on a boat right now, with the Freedom Boat Club. And I think that's going to be one of our big, quick access to new boats, powered by Mercury. I think
I like that. That's oh my gosh, that's well done.
Right?
I was about to put this hat on to walk outside, but that's really, really well done. Good product placement right there. So, I know freedom means a lot to you, but if you could summarize it in one word, what does Freedom Boat Club mean to you?
Well, I think all of us were put on this earth to bring light and joy to each other, right? And I think, and that's really what our mission here is. And I think one of the things about Freedom Boat Club is that's what we do every day. We're bringing light and joy to folks. It's kind of like nobody's frowning when they're going to buy ice cream, and members don't frown when they're coming to go boating, right? They're just having a great time. Yeah, they might get a little sunburned and a little extra sand around, but while they're out there. But I think just creating those memories of a lifetime for the old and the young. I mean, it's great to watch, particularly in our market. I think many, but particularly in our market, you've got the grandparents bringing out the grandchildren, or you've got the young families coming out with their kids, and the guys and the gals going out just fishing and doing all those things that they just love to do. There's so many options. So I think it's really about being that light and bringing that joy to our members and their guests.
Well, Dan, you've sold me. We've been talking as a family, trying to figure out what are we going to do in December with the kids, and knowing that they're homeschooling, if you will. So you may just get a couple visitors on your front door. I hope you don't mind. I hope there's a boat ready.
We'd love to have you. And one of the things I have been traveling a bit, and something just came out this past week. I saw that there was a study through one of the big universities, hospitals, and Department of Defense and United, and they said actually traveling in air, they did a little spray of mannequins or something so they could see what happens to the air on the airplanes, and it's actually pretty safe. So you wear your mask, you wash your hands. And, air travel is not that bad. So come on down, and I'm sure you'll have good reason. So
I hear you. Well, without further ado, let's please enjoy our exclusive club spotlight of the Freedom Boat Club South Florida, along with a behind-the-scenes look at the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show.
I'm Dan Lund, and I'm the owner of the Freedom Boat Club of the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. The best part about Freedom Boat Club is we provide hassle-free boating for families and fishermen and all those that want to enjoy the water and South Florida at its absolute best. What Freedom Boat Club is hassle-free boating. When you join the club, we take care of everything. The only thing you do is you have fun. And one of the great things about the club is it is open to such a diverse population. We have members from 28 to 80 in our club, so anywhere in the middle. We have young families, we've got empty nesters, we've got retired folks, and we've got single guys and gals who are just out here to have a great time and enjoy the water. So come down and see us at any one of our 3 locations, and we'll show you how you can experience hassle-free boating in South Florida at its absolute best.
My name is Larry Travis, and this is my wife Carol Travis, and we've been members since 2014. We did own a boat. When we first moved down here in 2002, we had our own boat. We have a dock at our condo, and we find that it's easier and less expensive belonging to the Freedom Boat Club than it was owning our own boat. We live a mile from here, so it's very convenient for us to be able to come down here and actually when we catch fish, we can bring it home and clean it at our dock there too as well.
it's very easy. You just make a reservation, a reciprocal reservation on the computer. The boat club takes care of confirming the reservation with the other club. You get an email back that says you're confirmed. We've shown up at the places on time that we asked for. They're ready for us there, even though we're not a member there. They're very accommodating to us as a reciprocal member, and it's been a great experience. It's like owning a boat all over the country.
I'm Randy Rich. My family's been a Freedom Boat member for about a year now. There are a lot of things I like about it. I can use it for business, I can use it for family. We use it a lot. We have our own boat. We don't use it because it's so easy at Freedom. Family time's been fantastic. Freedom's helped us a ton because normally to get a boat going, you've got to spend a lot of time prepping and effort, and we've gone out on the boat at Freedom Boat Club on days we never would have otherwise done. So we're going out 2-3 times as often. The family has a great time. Nobody worries about Daddy being grouchy cleaning the boat, and it's a lot of fun. I've been boating my whole life, and I've never found anything as easy as Freedom Boat Club. If you're thinking about it, make sure you get in contact with these guys and talk to them because you'll never regret.
Hi, my name is Leah Davis. I work here at Freedom Boat Club Lake Park. I've been working here for a little over 2 years now. My job position here is dockmaster / location supervisor. I just love working outside, being on the water. That's the best part of it. Somebody who's looking for a Freedom Boat Club membership, I would suggest doing it, especially if you're not really looking to be tied down with, your own boat with the maintenance and the cleaning and the trailering. And this is just so much easier rather than, having to maintain your own boat. You make the reservation, you show up at the dock, we got everything prepped and ready for you. Timely, of course. We're here, we're waiting. Take the boat out, have your beautiful, wonderful day out on the Freedom Boat Club waters, here in Lake Park, and come back, pay for your gas, and that's the day. How much simpler could it be?
I'm Steve Ash. I manage this location here at Pirates Cove Marina and Resort. I also do new member training, offshore training for our members. Our main objective here is to introduce new boaters to the water and introduce prior boat owners to hassle-free boating. Hassle-free boating is you simply walk down to the dock and basically get on the boat and go out, have fun. Our new member training typically takes 4 hours for somebody who's completely new to the water, but we have unlimited training. If it takes another session, we will do another session. If you need help on something else down the line, we are always there to help you, free of charge, to train you wherever you need to be. If you're thinking about getting ready to come out on the water, please visit one of our locations. This one here in Port Salerno at Pirates Cove Marina and Resort. We have a location at Lake Park City Marina and a brand new location in Boynton Beach. Come down, give us a call, come see one of us, and we'll help you get introduced to the water, start having some fun.
Well, Dan, I can't thank you enough for joining us. And members, please remember to tune in every Wednesday at 7 o'clock Eastern Time for our Freedom Social Watch Party Wednesdays.